If you are over 60 and take any kind of medicine regularly, this video is for you, because there are 5 very common medicines that millions of seniors take every single day that have been directly linked to memory loss. An estimated 10 to 15% of dementia cases in seniors over 60 are actually caused or worsened by prescription medicines, not by the disease itself. This is called drug-induced cognitive impairment, and it is largely reversible if caught early. That means if you are on one of these medicines and your memory has been getting worse, it may not be aging. It may be your medicine. After 60, the brain becomes significantly more sensitive to medicines that affect the central nervous system. What is completely safe at 40 can cause real cognitive harm at 65 or 70. Before we start, think about this. Have you or someone you love noticed memory getting worse in the last year or two? Drop a yes in the comments. I want to know how many of you are experiencing this, because the answer to why it's happening might be in this video. Let's go through all 5. Medicine 1, diphenhydramine, sold as Benadryl, Unisom, ZZ Quill, and PM painkillers. And this one surprises almost everyone I tell. Benadryl. Also sold as Unisom, ZZ Quill, and inside many nighttime pain relievers like Tylenol PM. Millions of seniors take this for allergies, for sleep, or for the occasional cold, and most have no idea what it is quietly doing to their brain. A landmark study from the University of Washington followed over 3,400 adults for 10 years and found that people who used diphenhydramine, the active ingredient in Benadryl, regularly for more than 3 years had a 54% higher risk of developing dementia. 54% higher risk. If you are over 65, your brain clears diphenhydramine up to 50% more slowly than a younger person. This means the drug stays in your system far longer, affecting memory, concentration, and mental clarity for hours or days after each dose. The mechanism is called anticholinergic effect. It blocks a key brain chemical called acetylcholine, the same chemical that Alzheimer's disease destroys. In other words, every time you take Benadryl for sleep, you are temporarily recreating one of the key effects of Alzheimer's disease in your brain. Check your medicine cabinet right now. Do you have Benadryl, Unisom, ZZ Quill, or any Tylenol PM? If you're over 65 and taking any of these regularly, this is your sign to talk to your doctor. There are much safer alternatives. Type "checking now" in the comments. Safe alternatives for sleep: melatonin, 0.5 milligrams, magnesium glycinate, or ask your doctor about CBTI therapy. For allergies, loratadine, Claritin, or cetirizine, Zyrtec. Neither one affects your brain the way Benadryl does. Medicine 2, Benzodiazepines, Xanax, Valium, Ativan. Anti-anxiety, sleeping medicines, alprazolam, diazepam, Lorazam. These are prescribed for anxiety, panic attacks, and sleep, and they work short-term. The problem is what happens when seniors take them long-term. A large meta-analysis of over 350,000 participants found that long-term benzodiazepine use was associated with a 51% increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. The risk was highest in adults who had been on these medicines for more than 6 months. After 65, the brain is far more vulnerable to benzodiazepine effects. The American Geriatric Society specifically lists benzodiazepines as medicines that older adults should avoid. They cause confusion, memory impairment, and dramatically increase fall risk in seniors. Long-term benzo use also causes something called benzodiazepine-induced neurological dysfunction, where the brain literally rewires itself to depend on the drug for basic calm functioning. Stopping suddenly is dangerous, but staying on them long-term is also harmful. This is why you need to speak to your doctor. There is a safe, gradual tapering process. Are you currently on Xanax, Ativan, Klonopin, or Valium? How long have you been taking it? Drop the name in the comments. If you have been on any of these for more than 6 months, please bring it up with your doctor at your next visit. Ask specifically about a tapering plan. Medicine 3. Sleeping pills. Ambien, Zolpidem. Ambien, also known as Zolpidem, the most prescribed sleeping pill in the United States. Over 38 million prescriptions for Zolpidem are written in the U.S. every year. Studies show that regular use in adults over 65 is associated with a 34% higher risk of developing dementia and a 44% higher risk of Alzheimer's disease specifically. Zolpidem was never designed for long-term use. The FDA specifically warns that it should be used for only 7 to 10 days. Yet studies show the average senior who starts on Zolpidem takes it for over 2 years. Zolpidem affects GABA receptors in the brain, the same receptors responsible for memory consolidation during deep sleep. Ironically, the medicine you are taking to sleep better is actually disrupting the deep sleep stages where your brain processes and stores memories. You may feel like you slept, but your brain did not get the memory-consolidating rest it needed. How many of you are taking Ambien, Lunesta, or any sleeping pill right now, and have been for more than a month? Comment below. And think about this. Has your memory or mental sharpness changed since you started it? The connection may not be a coincidence. Medicine 4. Bladder. Overactive bladder medicines. Oxybutynin, tolterodine, solifenacin, vesicare. This one almost no one talks about. Overactive bladder medicines. Oxybutynin, sold as Ditropan. Tolterodine, sold as Detrol. These are prescribed to millions of seniors for urinary urgency. Oxybutynin has one of the highest anticholinergic burden scores of any medicine. Studies show that seniors taking oxybutynin regularly scored significantly lower on memory and cognitive tests equivalent to 10 years of brain aging compared to those not taking it. 10 years of brain aging from a bladder medicine. These medicines cross the blood-brain barrier easily in seniors over 65, much more so than in younger adults. This means the brain-affecting side effects are dramatically higher in older patients than the drug trials initially showed. The good news, there are newer bladder medicines, like mirabegron, sold as Mirbatric, that work differently and do not have this cognitive side effect. If you or a parent is taking any medicine for overactive bladder, ask your doctor specifically, does this medicine have anticholinergic effects on the brain? Is there an alternative? These are the exact words to use. Write them down. Medicine 5. Certain statins. High-dose Simvastatin. Cholesterol medicines, especially high-dose Simvastatin, Zocor. And I want to be very careful here because this one has important nuance. High-dose statins, specifically high doses of Simvastatin, have been linked to memory and cognitive side effects in a subset of seniors. The FDA issued an official safety communication about this. The FDA added a safety warning to all statin labels in 2012 after reports of memory loss and confusion. These effects are most commonly reported with high-dose Simvastatin, 40 milligrams or 80 milligram doses. Importantly, the cognitive effects are generally reversible when the dose is reduced or the medicine is changed. Reversible. That word again. I am not saying stop your statin. Statins save lives. I am saying if you are on high-dose Simvastatin and your memory has changed, tell your doctor. For seniors over 65 who need cholesterol management, lower-dose statins or alternative statins like pravastatin or rosuvastatin often have a better safety profile for brain health. This is worth discussing with your doctor. What statin are you on, and what dose? Type it in the comments. I am not giving medical advice, but the more people share, the more awareness spreads. And if you are on 40 milligrams or 80 milligrams Simvastatin and your memory has changed, that is a conversation to have with your doctor today. Let me quickly recap the 5 medicines. 1. Benadryl and diphenhydramine, 54% higher dementia risk with regular use. 2. Xanax, Valium, Ativan, 51% higher Alzheimer's risk long-term. 3. Ambien and Zolpidem, disrupts memory-forming sleep stages. 4. Bladder medicines like Oxybutynin, equivalent to 10 years of brain aging. 5. High-dose Simvastatin, FDA-documented memory side effects. Now, 3 things I want you to do right now. 1. Write down every medicine you currently take, every single one, including over-the-counter. 2. Circle any that match the 5 I just named. 3. At your next doctor visit, show that list and say, could any of these be affecting my memory? That one question could change everything. If you are over 65 and have noticed any change in memory, focus, or mental sharpness in the last 1 to 2 years, please do not assume it is just aging. Get a medication review first. A pharmacist can do this for free in most pharmacies. If this video helped you, share it with one person you care about right now. A parent, a spouse, a friend who takes any of these medicines. You could genuinely help protect someone's memory today. Subscribe for a new video every week and drop your questions below. I read every single one. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.